There is really no lesson I can give you. The letter killeth, but the Spirit giveth life. We are not here to add more words to the burden of words. We are here to enter a door that opens without hinges, that opens within. Let us not bring our notebooks to the threshold of the holy. Let us bring the heart. Let us bring the weariness that has tried to make stillness by wrestling with thought, and find that there is another already at work in the midst of us. Hear the invitation as it is. Do not be afraid to have no thoughts, and do not be afraid to have some fear, neither the quiet nor the clatter. We are not here to perform focus as if God were a shy guest who must be coaxed. The kingdom of God is within you. The I in the midst of you is mighty. We are not achieving a presence. We are consenting to it. We are not manufacturing silence. We are discovering that silence is already the floor beneath every footfall of the mind. Let us now be very simple. If you will, close the eyes. If thoughts come, let them come. If they go, let them go. Be still and know that I am God. Notice the order. Be still first, not by strangling the mind, but by resting the will. Be still, and then knowing rises, not as a sentence, not as an argument, but as the flavor of presence. My peace I give unto you. It is given not because we have earned it, but because it is what God is. In God, there is no future tense. The miracle word is. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Our way is together, always in the first person plural. We are one company. We will not practice apart from life, nor apart from one another. We take this step not by tightening attention, but by loosening our grasp. Is there some technique to bind the mind? No. Is there grace sufficient for even this restless hour? Yes. Can we be still even when thoughts keep moving? Yes, by grace, not by force. You may hear an old word rising from the heart. Speak, Lord, for thy servant heareth. This is not the mind calling for a lecture. This is the soul consenting to be addressed. We are available. We will not dictate terms. We will not time the spirit with a wristwatch. If there is only the faintest sense that God is, we will not despise the day of small beginnings. If there is only the gentlest awareness that an inner eye abides, we will not demand fireworks. We will let as be is. So we step through this door. No condemnation for a moving mind. No heroics. Only a quiet yes. We rest in the presence already here, and we let the Spirit make free. Let us speak plainly of the country from which we are coming. It is the land of sometimes good and sometimes evil, the statute of performance and penalty. Do more, try harder, win the prize, pay the price. In that land, attention is a currency to be bought and sold. The world flatters and then forbids, stirs and then scolds. Under that law, we measure ourselves by minutes sat, breaths counted, thoughts managed. We collect trophies of focus and hide our failures. And meditation, which should be a garden, becomes a courtroom. Success or failure is pronounced over the head, and shame becomes the gavel. The letter killeth. We have known it, but hear the gospel as it is, not as rumor. There is therefore now no condemnation to them which are in Christ Jesus. Not later. Now, grace supersedes the law as dawn supersedes night. It does not argue the darkness away. It is. In God there is no future tense. The miracle word is. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. We are not standing before a bench. We are returning to a table spread in the presence of our fears. And the host says, eat and be at peace. What then of restlessness? It is not an enemy. It is a wind upon the lake. The waves on the surface do not reveal the nature of the depths. Let the mind move as wind moves. Do not curse the breeze. If we will simply slip beneath a hand's breadth, we will find the still water that does not argue with weather. He arose and rebuked the wind and said unto the sea, peace, be still. Hear that word, not as a command you must force, but as the inner utterance of the I within that speaks to your sea. My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth, not as a wage for effort, but as the nature of God revealed. We are leaving the marketplace that auctions our attention by the click and the scroll and the next bright thing. We are leaving the jurisdiction of quotas and the lash of not enough. Stand fast, therefore, in the liberty wherewith Christ hath made us free, and be not entangled again with the yoke of bondage. Do not be afraid to have no thoughts. Do not be afraid to have some. Find nothing in yourself to condemn. Under the law, motion was guilt. Under grace, motion is weather, and the Father within doeth the work. If we are to dwell in grace, let us first make the dwelling safe. Let us enter a room where we meet no prosecutor, no adversary, no opposing powers, only the presence. In a moment we shall look with eyes shut or open and see there is but one here. Then rest will not be won, it will be recognized. Let us now close our eyes. Softly scan this room within and without hurry, without hunting for holiness. Let us simply look. Walls, ceiling, floor, breath moving, chest rising, sounds near and sounds far, the tick of a clock, the hum of a street, the memory of a name. Let it all be here, but let us see through it. Is there a power here to harm? No. Is there a power here to save as a thing separate and apart from God? No. Find no powers of evil, and also find no powers of good, no external forces pressing upon us. Only one presence, one power. Let us stretch the gaze inward another measure. Thoughts are moving. Memories rise and pass. Plans assemble and dissolve. Do not arm them. They are weather, not weapons. They are the arm of flesh, the nothingness appearing as noise. If the sky scolds the breeze, does the sky become calmer? No. The sky is calm by nature, and the breeze is but motion within it. So the I in the midst of you is mighty, and the motion of thought is but weather within it. Error, then, is not a person, nor is a person error. We are not under threat from our own thinking. Be not afraid. Now, let us quietly declare what is the Father. Within me is the only power operating in this room. Not two powers, not a tug of war, not a contest, one presence, one power. Where the Spirit of the Lord is, there is liberty. Hear the assurance. Be of good cheer. It is I. Be not afraid. My peace give I unto thee, not as the world giveth, give I unto thee. The world gives by measure, by wage, by timing. The Christ within gives by being. Peace is not delivered, peace is. Rest here and see that in this room we do not bargain for safety. In God, there is no future tense. We are not waiting for peace. We are noticing that peace is. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Even now, before any thought is improved or any mood adjusted, safety is. The miracle word is. Let it form on the heart more than on the lips. God is. Presence is. Love is. If a thought should clatter like a dish in the next room, let it clatter. Do not leave your seat. If a feeling should move like a sudden gust, do not brace. Let it pass. The sea obeyed his voice, not by effort, but by nature. He arose and said unto the sea, Peace, be still. Hear that within this very moment as the inner utterance, peace, be still. We do not manufacture stillness. We consent to it. We do not summon a guardian from afar. We acknowledge I am with you always. Look again, softly. No powers of evil, no powers of good, no prosecutor, no defender, only the presence that is its own assurance. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. And in the listening, we find that the room is not only safe, it is holy, because it is one. Now that the room is known as one, let us attend to the one within. The kingdom of God is within you, not in a far temple, not in a clocked session, not behind a veil of technique. The word is nigh thee, even in thy mouth and in thy heart. This is not the personal me. This is the I of God's own selfhood, pressing through as you, nearer than hands and feet, closer than breathing. I in the midst of me is mighty. The Father within me, he doeth the works. We have, all of us, imagined that help came from the outside, from methods, from hours logged, from the next book on the shelf. Let us honor every help as a signpost and yet deny it power. Is a sign the road? No. Is a cup the water? No. The Father within me is the only power operating here. Breath counts may calm the body. A bell may remind the mind. But power is spirit, and spirit is not scheduled. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. All sufficiency is the indwelling I that is present now. Hear the miracle word again. Is. God is. Never beginning to be. Never about to be. Harmony is not arranged for later. Harmony is. Now is the accepted time. Behold, now is the day of salvation. In God, there is no future tense. When you feel the tug to reach for God, rest instead as God's own life expressing. I live, yet not I, but Christ liveth in me. This is the intimacy of our way, not a ladder to climb, but a life to yield to. My grace is sufficient for thee, sufficient now, sufficient within, sufficient as. Let us make this very simple. We do not try to generate presence. Presence is, we do not try to lift thought up to heaven. Heaven is within, and thought can rest. We do not ask a distant deity to attend our corner. We consent that I am with you always. Can a technique deliver God? No. Can anything separate us from God? No. Lo, I am with you always. I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. This I that abides is your identity, not your possession. It is the self the Master named when he said, before Abraham was, I am. From this identity, prayer becomes simple. First, we gently know truth. God is. I in the midst of me is mighty. The Father within me doeth the works. Then we grow quiet and listen. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. Do not be afraid to have no thoughts. Do not be afraid if some arise. The knowing opens the door. The listening receives the guest who was never absent. You are the light of the world, not by effort, but by essence. Rest here a moment and feel it. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. Presence is, and that is enough. There are two parts of prayer. Not a technique to wrestle blessing from heaven, but a simple way to let what is already true become consciously experienced. The letter killeth, the spirit giveth life. So first we allow the mind to be a servant that speaks truth, and then we let the mind be silent while the inner word uttereth itself. Part one is gentle knowing. We are not debating error. We are not pleading a case. We are opening a window. Let us quietly know God is one. God is presence. God is life within me. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. I in the midst of me is mighty. The Father within me, he doeth the works. Say these not to convince a reluctant deity, but to acknowledge what is in God. There is no future tense. We do not say God will be, nor peace will come. We rest in is. God is. Peace is. Supply is the nature of God, not the coin of our effort. Do not be afraid if thoughts move as you know these truths. We are not performing purity. We are consenting to presence. If a bird crosses the sky while the window is open, do you shut the window? No. Leave it open. Let the air of spirit move freely. In this first part, let the phrases be few. Living simple. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. God in the midst of me is mighty. My peace is thy peace revealed. You are the light of the world. Whisper them as one laying kindling, not as one trying to ignite with friction. We are merely placing truth where it belongs in awareness so that the flame that already is may be seen. Then part two, holy listening. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. Be still and know that I am God. Here we cease the gentle assertions and lay down the tongue of the mind. Do not try to manufacture silence. Consent to it. We relax the will. We rest the reasoning. We let the inner utterance rise of its own accord. Perhaps there is no word, only a felt isness. Do not be afraid to have no thoughts. Do not be afraid if some appear. The rule is simple. When thoughts arise, neither chase nor choke them. Neither put on the robe of the judge nor the harness of the chaser. Softly return to I am as lightly as placing a feather on water. If they ripple, the feather remains. This is our way. Gentle knowing, then receptive silence. The first opens the door. The second receives the guest who is never absent. We are not forcing focus. We are abiding in grace. My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth. Now is the accepted time. Now the heart hears. Now presence is known as presence, and the mind, even when moving, is gathered into stillness, not by might, nor by power, but by his spirit. Let us now make permission practical. Our way is not stern, it is tender. We are not wrestling the mind into holiness. We are consenting to the holy that already is. Each time we return, we do not say, I failed. We say, another door has opened. Our practice is a series of soft returns, each one a doorway to rest, each one a quiet yes to the I that is nearer than hands and feet. Be still and know that I am God. Notice the order. Be still by permitting, not by pushing. Begin with a kindness to the body, for the body hears the gospel of grace. Soften the jaw, unhunch the shoulders. Let the tongue rest from cleaving to the roof of the mouth. let the hands uncurl. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. This is not technique as a whip. This is mercy as posture. When the shoulders drop, the soul remembers that the government is upon his shoulder. When the brow smooths, the heart recalls, the Lord is at hand. Now, a living anchor, brief, tender, present. My peace is, God is. I within am enough. I in the midst of me is mighty. Whisper, if you like, no more than a breath's worth. Let the phrase be a lamp, not a leash, a cradle, not a command. One word may be enough. Is. The miracle word is. Place it softly in awareness as one sets a loaf upon a table. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Then rest. When a thought arrives, bless it. Peace, be still. Do not argue with weather. Do not put on the robe of the judge. Do not harness the chaser. Error then is not a person, nor is a person error. A memory, a plan, a sorrow, a song. Let them pass as birds across the open window. We do not shut the window. We keep the air of spirit moving freely. Each soft return is not a correction. It is communion. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. Use the breath as a cradle, not a leash. Feel one natural inhale and one natural exhale, unmanaged, unmeasured, then rest again in is. If you find yourself counting, smile and release it. The letter killeth, but the spirit giveth life. Let the breath rock you as a mother rocks a child. Do not strap it down. Between one breath and the next, the inner word utters, I am with you always. Let time be your servant, not your master. Practice in small bells, 2 minutes, many times. A mustard seed moves mountains. Despise not the day of small things. Mastery is not required for miracle. Presence does not arrive by diploma. Now is the accepted time. If in those 2 minutes there are many returns, rejoice, you have found many doors. If there is but one quiet, yes, rejoice. God is. So we consent again and again, lightly and without blame, jaw soft, shoulders easy, a living anchor brief and tender, the breath a cradle, the minutes merciful. And every soft return is a benediction. My peace give I unto thee, not as the world giveth. You are the light of the world, not by force of focus, but by abiding as what is the Father within me. He doeth the works. Now we come to the very thing that used to frighten us, distraction, and we receive it as a messenger. Let us be simple and Socratic. Is this disturbance a person? No. Is it a power? No. It is the arm of flesh, the nothingness of suggestion appearing as noise. A memory knocks. A plan shouts from the street. A mood rolls like thunder in the distance. Are these powers? No. They are motions within the sky that you are. Motions within the one before whom all concepts bow. There are no powers of good thought or bad thought. There is only the one presence, and in that presence thought loses both halo and horn. Therefore, whenever a thought intrudes, let it ring the bell that calls us home. Transmute the trigger. Let every tug on the sleeve become this remembrance. I am here. I am peace. Not I, the personal manager of mental traffic. I, the Christ in the midst, nearer than hands and feet. At the first flicker of disturbance, do not brace, do not chase. Simply let the bell ring and answer it with the living anchor. God is. My peace is. I in the midst of me is mighty. Then rest a breath deeper than the ripple. Practice the benediction. Silently lay a hand upon the thought as upon a restless child. My peace give I unto thee. Not as the world giveth, no argument, no scolding, no exile, only blessing and release. If it stays a moment, bless again. If it passes at once, do not reach for it. Let it go unresisted. Be still and know that I am God. The stillness is not a leash upon the mind. It is a cradle beneath it, and the mind rocks itself to quiet when it is not opposed. See how duality dissolves in this blessing. No evil thought to cast out, no good thought to collect like trophies. Thoughts become weather, and you become witness. What went ye out into the wilderness to see? A reed shaken with the wind? The witness is not shaken. The witness is the I, that is. And because you are witness, you are light. You are the light of the world, not by corralling the clouds, but by being sky. Error, then, is not a person, nor is a person error. It is hypnotism, a suggestion, the arm of flesh, nothingness masquerading as something. Celebrate the smallest mercy. One soft return, and the stone rolls back. He is not here. He is risen. The thought that once entombed you in reaction is empty now. The sepulcher is bare. In that instant, jurisdiction shifts from law to grace. Do not despise the day of small things. A feather laid upon water, a whisper of a single yes, this is resurrection in ordinary time. So let distraction do its office as bell and be grateful for its service. Each ring is a call and response. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. And we answer by resting, by blessing, by remembering the I within. Peace, be still, not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. Let us now walk out into the day and see that nothing changes. The one morning comes, and the sink is a small sea, dishes clatter, children call, the calendar shouts. Do not tighten the mind to outshout life. One soft return. The Father within me, he doeth the works. Let the hands wash and the heart rest. Feel a breath without measuring it. Feel the floor hold you up without bargaining. The miracle word rises, is. God is. Peace is. The Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want. You are not manufacturing a calm breakfast. You are consenting to an already present shepherd. Watch the fruit appear without effort. Less snapping at a spill. Kinder speech when the toast burns. A smile that was not on your to-do list. Grace witnessed as ease. Now an anxious meeting. A table. A screen of numbers. A voice across the room that seems to sharpen the air. Again, no contest of powers. We turn within one heartbeat and hear, fear thou not, for I am with thee. Let the body sit as it is. Let the pulse say what it says. You rest one heartbeat deeper than the weather. God is. I in the midst of me is mighty. We move from defense to listening because presence is already the atmosphere. Words come quieter and they land. Courage without noise. Not by might, nor by power, but by my spirit, saith the Lord. You notice, you are not proving, you are witnessing. And in the witnessing, wisdom chooses a sentence and leaves three unsaid. Night stretches long. The clock speaks every quarter hour. Thoughts wander in circles and call it urgent. Do not hunt for silence. Let silence find you. Whisper once, no more than a feather on water. I am here, thou art here. Lo, I am with you always. Let the thoughts make their harmless circuit like children running in a yard. You do not chase them, you do not fence them. Be still and know that I am God. Perhaps sleep comes, perhaps it does not. But rest does, because rest is not the absence of thought. Rest is presence felt. The room is the same. The jurisdiction has changed. This is the holy shift we practice all day, from petition to realization, from will you to thou art. We leave the future tense at the door. In God, there is no future tense. Now is the accepted time. In a grocery line that will not move, let the inner word be simple. God is. In traffic where horns pronounce judgment, say within, the Father within doeth the works, my path is his. Do not plead for a different hour. Reveal this hour as his. You will know the tree by its fruit. Not a trumpet blast, but small mercies, multiplying, less reactivity, kinder speech, a courage that stands without clang. You will find tasks unaltered and yoke made easy. My peace give I unto you, not as the world giveth, so we go. Not as beggars seeking a better day, but as witnesses of the day that is. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. And in real-time kitchen, meeting, midnight, the heart knows and the world quietly brightens because you are the light of the world. Beloved, hear the word that closes the circle and opens the way. You are the light of the world, not beggars seeking crumbs, but sharers of bread. I am the bread of life, saith the Lord. And because his life is your life, you do not go out to scavenge, you go out to give. Freely ye have received, freely give. My peace give I unto you, my peace give I unto the world, through you. Not as the world giveth, not as opinion, not as argument, not as pressure, but as presence, as is. How then do we give? Quietly, as those who know the inner well. As you pass through your day, bless without trumpet. See the one before you, the weary cashier, the anxious child, the hurried stranger, and behold within them the same radiance that bears you. Say inwardly, without moving the lips and without leaning on will, Christ in the midst is mighty. God is. Peace be to this house, to this car, to this soul. The Father within me, he doeth the works. And the Father within thee doeth the works also. You do not instruct, you behold. You do not persuade, you witness. Let your light so shine before men, not in glare, but in warmth, so that they feel shelter and cannot name why. Make a covenant with your eyes and your heart. Find nothing in this earth to condemn. Judge not, that ye be not judged. Forgive 70 times 7, not by rehearsing injuries, but by refusing to grant error, personality, or power. Is it a person? No. Is it a power? No. It is the arm of flesh nothingness appearing as something. Therefore, lay no blame upon the mask. Lift your gaze to the face behind all faces. Bless them that curse you. Pray for them which despitefully use you. Your prayer need not be words. Let it be the inner bow. God is. Peace is. The I in the midst is mighty. We are a community of presence. We do not broadcast opinions. We radiate peace. Salt without noise, leaven without boast. Where you abide in stillness, a small climate forms, the air clears, another finds breath. Your rest becomes a porch where others set their burdens down, not because you have solved them, but because one presence fills the room. The kingdom of God is within you, and so the city has a sanctuary wherever you stand. Carry simple practices as you go. At the threshold of a home, peace be to this house. In a crowded train, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Across a table where words have grown sharp, speak, Lord, thy servant heareth, and then be very still. If thoughts rise, let them be weather. Return softly to is. Thus your abiding becomes benediction, not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord. You are the light of the world. Go now as givers of bread, as bearers of quiet, as witnesses of the day, that is, lo, I am with you always. Let us now close our eyes. Let us rest the hands, loosen the brow, and surrender the project of reaching. Cease from effort. Stop trying to reach God. Let God be God in the midst of us. Be still and know that I am God. We do not climb, we consent. We do not summon, we acknowledge. The Father within me, he doeth the works. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. Now we wait not as beggars outside a gate, but as children at home. No commentary, no measuring, simply here. As the lake settles of itself when wind grows tired, let the heart grow quiet without command. In the hush, a simple assurance rises, unpushed, unpurchased. It is well, let it be only that. It is well, do not touch it with analysis. Do not dress it in many words. My peace I give unto you, not as the world giveth. Rest where the utterance rests. It is well. And now, as a seal upon the heart, let us softly know what always is. God is, peace is, supply is, guidance is, life is, love is. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. In God there is no future tense. God is, peace is, supply is, guidance is. Let the words be few, living, present, then fall again into silence, as a feather upon water. No will, no strain, only is. Receive this rhythm for your days, evening and morning, and at noon 2 or 3 minutes. Evening and morning and at noon will I pray and cry aloud, and he shall hear my voice. Not long, but true. Many soft returns shape a gentle, steadfast heart, a mustard seed, many times. Despise not the day of small things. In the kitchen before the water boils, at the desk before the task begins, by the bed before the light is dimmed, 2 or 3 minutes of is. Gentle knowing, then listening. Speak, Lord, thy servant heareth. The letter killeth, the Spirit giveth life. Not by might, nor by power, but by my Spirit, saith the Lord. Carry this final permission with you as a staff that never breaks. Do not be afraid to have no thoughts, and do not be afraid to have some. Grace holds both without strain. If thoughts are many, they are weather, and the sky remains. If thoughts are few, the sky remains. The peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your heart and mind through Christ Jesus. I will never leave thee, nor forsake thee. Lo, I am with you always. You are not keeping peace. Peace keeps you. Now, beloved, let the eyes open softly, or keep them closed a breath longer. Abide in the is. Walk gently. Speak little. Bless much. Let the inner word go before you into every room. God is. Peace is. Supply is. Guidance is. And whether thoughts are many or few, let the presence keep you. You are the light of the world. Go in quietness, return often to the well, and know it is well.